Before the video begins, I just wanted to say that if you're new to the channel and have been enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell, as it is the best way to support my channel, and make sure you don't miss any upcoming slime videos. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Slime Isekai Memories video. So today I have for you my run, my 3-star run I guess, on Tempered Edge Extreme 2 for Space 2.0. Now, this isn't like a specific challenge run or anything like that, it's just my general basic run that allowed me to 3-star it. Tempered Edge EX3 will be coming out later. I've just been slacking off, too busy playing Heroes Jubilee and trying to rank really high. I just didn't have the time, or just didn't focus on Tempered Edge. But now I am. So yeah, this is the run. This is the team that I used. I used the Guy Misery team with Dark Luminous, and then obviously the hero Milim and Leon. Now, Milim and Leon are my DPS damage dealers. If you don't have Leon, you can use, like Rimuru or Ranga or something. I just use Leon because I have him. He's really good for DPS specifically because he can buff his own Soul of Combos damage by 80%. His debuff is okay. It's not bad, but it's not like the main part of his kit. Hero's just there for, like, just use her for her ult and also her rewind. Misery I'm using specifically with Guy. Like, I'm using Misery because of Guy. Guy, as you know, does the 3 blue and 3 orange to green orb change, and Misery has her Soul of Skills gauge and damage buff. It's relatively cheap, so it's really easy to combine those together and get a lot of skill points. It's really easy to build up ult and protection gauge as well. Dark Luminous is just here specifically for her ult buff. Her ult buff is really good because you can use it multiple times and just swap her in and out. It's not like a one turn like Water Shuna or Windmillum. You can use them if you want. I don't know if I'd advise it, just because you need to play around the fact that you have to have her out, or like you can swap her out, right? Or swap them out. And you need to have a lot of skill points for it. Whereas Luminous, you can just build it up over time. This team is really good. I think the Guy and Misery combo is kind of underrated, or I just don't hear anyone talking about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it. So in this specific run, like in Extreme 2, I targeted Luminous first because Luminous has her 10% heal every 3 turns, I think, or something like that, which is annoying. But also she has her other heal, which I think if any of the members of the 3, Dino, Milim, or Luminous, are under 60%, she will heal them for a decent chunk. I had a bunch of times when I just would not kill Luminous and she'd heal almost the full. So right now I just swapped Milim in. I forgot to target to Luminous, but I swapped Milim in for Luminous after I used her skill at the beginning. Now, the only reason I used her skill on turn 1 was because I felt like I just wanted to have that baseline 20% damage, because I don't know when exactly I'll be able to swap her in later. So I figured I don't need to rewind right now. I can just pop her buff and then swap her out for like Milim or Leon to build up their ult gauge, and then I can just bring her back in later. So I popped Luminous, swap Milim in for her, and then I just popped the 4 hero because I figured it was just the best hand at the time. Could I have done something different? Yeah, but we get binded, not that big of a deal, and I think even though they debuff blues, they don't debuff the gauge. So I target Luminous and I just send the blues to build up the Guy protection skill. Now after this, we have a lot of Milim orbs. Still binded, can't switch them out. So I think here I pop Misery's buff, and then I pop Guy's skill. This is where if you see this right here, right? So we have a full 6-card hand, which is already going to generate a lot of skill points. Plus it's doing more damage. Plus the gauge is increased by, I think, 30%. I could be wrong. I think it's 30% at max. And just watch the skill point like increase. It is so much. It builds up so much like ult gauge and protection gauge too. The combo is really good. I think my favorite at the moment. They're just super fun to use together. But now turn 3, now they have their guard raised up by 10%. Luminous does a heal, which isn't that big of a deal because I'm trying to target and kill her. I swap Luminous in for Milim so I can use her skill again. And I think, oh yeah, I heal as well with Misery. And I have enough points for the rewind. So I think I bring Leon in for Luminous and then pop the rewind, and then I pop Guy's skill again because we still have the buff and, you know, might as well, right? So I can build up Leon's ult as well. So I send the 6-card hand onto Luminous. It does decent damage. I'm not trying to drop her below 60%. I don't want her to full heal herself, and then it makes it harder to kill her. The rewind happens. I pop Guy's ult again, or Guy's skill again. I have everyone's ult. I think here I pop the debuff because I had extra points, and I don't know, it's just a me thing, but I don't like seeing like a bunch of wasted points. So I send the 6-card hand onto Luminous. I get countered, of course, because why not? So now I have like almost everyone's ult. I have Misery, I have Hero, I have Leon, and I have Milim. The hand is okay. At least I have one of every character. And I think here I bring in Milim, I believe. I believe I swap in Milim for Misery. And then pop Drago, the space buff, and then Leon's own Soul of Combos damage buff. I send the 2 oranges because I figured I just need the highest combo. And it also builds up some Guy gauge as well. Or I guess protection gauge. So we do the send the 2. Milim does 58,000. Then Leon finishes Luminous off with his AoE ult, and then Hero does her thing. So Dino and Milim are kind of low, or not kind of, but like they've lost a decent amount of HP. I still have the Leon and Hero ult, but I don't think I pop it now because there's no point. I can't use any buffs or anything. Might as well save it. So I swap Luminous and Misery out, pop Guy again. Now I don't have any skill points to do anything, so I just have to send the full hand. Not really trying to buff the Misery ult or anything. Even though she is single target, she's not really designed for damage. I should have sent Milim as the last hand, but it doesn't really matter. 15k, and then, you know, like whatever damage. Now the reason I'm targeting Dino, you can choose to target Milim considering she does that, right? And do her AoE ult. But I just think the stun is annoying sometimes, and I don't know. I don't like the single target ult, so I just targeted him. You can choose to target Milim as well, but I just got rid of Dino. So I swapped Leon in for Luminous, and I think I just send these. I don't know if I pop his ult. I do. Now this is just to build up skill points and also get closer to another Guy skill. Build up more protection gauge. So decent damage. Cool. 50%. Leon does his ult. Does okay damage. And then Misery does okay damage. I think here he targets Misery, which I got really lucky because I think if he targeted anyone else, they might have died. So I got lucky with that one. Now, because I'm not gonna bring in Misery ever again, I just pop her green buff now because I'm gonna get a Guy gauge soon, and I can just use that without having to worry about swapping her in again. I popped these two, and luckily Dino is low enough to where it kills, even though I didn't use any buffs aside from having the 40% Souls of Combo damage buff from Luminous. Hero finishes him off. Now I have a pretty decent hand, especially with Guy. I was thinking about swapping Misery, I think, but I figured I don't need to. I popped him again. I believe here I swapped Luminous because I was worried. Well, I guess I popped the debuff, and I swapped Leon out for Luminous because I was worried that Milim was going to target, because RNG is like that. So I figured she might not die from like a hit or two. And we send the full 6 cards. Does okayish damage. Gets her guard rate buff. And she did see, she targeted where Leon was, so it was good that I swapped him out so he didn't die. At this point, I just bring Leon back in. I can pop the Guy buff again, because why not? It also gives me a full 6 card hand again. I popped Drago, and I think I popped the crit rate and Drago. I was thinking about doing Leon's thing, but I figured buff everyone instead. So pop the crit rate, pop Drago, do the 3 greens first, Milim, Leon, and Hero if it doesn't finish. Considering how many buffs we have already, I think this Milim is dead. Milim does her ult, 45,000, could be better. Leon does his ult, and that finishes it for 26,000 with a critical hit. So overall, I'd say this stage is like it is difficult, but it's not like impossibly difficult. I mean, it is EX2, not EX3. EX3 has a whole different strategy, I think, where you target Milim instead. But yeah, I think this stage is doable with someone like Veldora. You just have to be more careful about survivability because they're stacking defense and Luminous is constantly healing. So you want to get rid of Luminous first. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my run with EX2. Hopefully this is to your advantage and this helps you with your run. You can replicate my strategy. I wouldn't recommend using Misery unless you have Guy. You can use her, but I don't know. It's just, I think it's harder because you're not going to get as much out of her green skill buff without Guy, just because the frequency of green orbs that you'd get are a lot lower. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Kind of a smooth run. EX3 is coming soon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.